Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Chrono Cross walkthrough. We are right at the end of Viper Manor. We finally made our way pretty much all the way through. Between videos here, between this video and the last, I actually did do a little bit of, or I did actually a few battles just to make sure I got all my, the stat points that I wanted. It is kind of interesting, though. I was looking at a couple of different videos on the internet, just kind of cruising around looking at, kind of people's stats right now, as opposed to kind of like where mine are at. And actually, and then I looked a little bit farther on, and actually now in my playthrough here, I'm actually a little bit farther than this, but I was comparing the stats, and it's funny how different it is, between games. And interestingly, I've been going out of my way to try to get every little boost possible. And I noticed, though, my stats are at least my health anyway, is still even lower than a few of the other walkthroughs I've seen. So it's interesting, like I said, there's a lot of randomness to the stats in this game, and it's maybe a little frustrating, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep plugging away and doing what I'm doing. But anyways, all right. So here we are inside Viper's. I don't know if this is like his. I guess it kind of looks like his office almost, right? I don't know. But here, this is the. I believe this is actually called the Dragon Tier, and that'll actually be important later. But anyways, here he is finally meeting up with General Viper. Alright, so Viper doesn't know what he's talking about. Which, I don't know if I'd say it proves his innocence or not, but it would sure seem that way. Cat got your tongue. Nice. Okay, so Kid definitely knows Lynx. And it seems Lynx remembers her. Or knows her. Alright, the frozen flame is not here. Okay. Time to settle the score, I guess. Alright, so this is obviously Lynx. I'm gonna check here, make sure I know exactly what I'm doing with this fighter as far as stealing anyways. I'm definitely going to attempt a steal. So let's see what we get here in comparison to what he's actually got. Magic ring. Okay. Trying to find him here. Trying to see what his. I assume that's his common. Magic ring. Okay, so as rare as a power glove. I wouldn't say it's worth it to, to redo or, try to steal again from him just to get that. The power glove is fairly common, so again, I would not recommend, trying to get that or going out of my way to, try or make multiple attempts at that. It's just not worth it. All right, anyways, let's take this overgrown cat down. Obviously, being that he's black innate, Surge is going to do a ton of damage to him. And I missed here if I... Oh, yeah, okay. So I did cast Eagle Eye. Which, again, I got really, really lucky back in Lucia's lab there, getting those Eagle Eye elements to drop. They will be available eventually to purchase and actually quite soon. But you know, obviously I got really lucky, and it really paid off because being able to, you know, just use those tier 3 attacks right off the bat is really awesome, especially being that, you know, Surge is so powerful, and he's the white innate, so he's going to be doing a ton more damage than anybody else is to Lynx. Granted, yeah, he's going to take more than anybody else too, but yeah, so I don't know. It looks like Surge got a little bit low, but nothing to be too worried about. Lynx is already obviously weak, so we're going to be finishing him off quite soon here. Not really sure why I'm cruising through my... I guess I'm gonna maybe finish him off with dash and slash. Nope, maybe not. Not quite. Probably not the greatest move there. I really probably should have just finished him off with a physical or something. And here, anti-white... oh, missed anyway. Anti-white would actually prevent Surge from using any white elements. But again, it missed anyway, so it didn't really matter. And that's that. All right. So not too difficult. To be honest, I mean, having Surge or having Eagle Eye and using that on Surge really helps out. That really, you know, increased his damage output. So we got our got some stat bonuses there, or boosts. And oh. Just a shadow. Womp womp. All that work. And he wasn't even the real thing. I don't know if that was entirely accurate. He says like, "Oh, just a shadow is enough to deal with you." I don't know. We destroyed it, so. Alright, so this thing is pretty wicked. Okay, that's a little disturbing. Okay. Rather ominous words from Lynx there. Oh, perfect timing. Alright, so obviously Riddle, being the daughter of Viper, walks in. A good time. Good time. For us, anyway. Really good timing for us. So Kid puts the knife to her. Basically tells her, though, that, you know, she's not going to hurt her. Just, you know, listen up and play... no, maybe not play along, but... I forgot actually what she said there. Some, you know, but basically assured her that she's not going to get hurt as long as she kind of cooperates, so... All right, so we're gonna make our way to the balcony. Bit of a dead end, but hey, you know what? We'll make do. You willing to jump to your death? Yeah, I guess. Oh, uh-oh. So, wow, Lynx there obviously doesn't care about Riddle at all. And Kid actually pushes her out of the way of the dagger. Waiting a long, long time for you. Okay, creeper. Okay. Okay, Mr. Drama. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. So it certainly appears that we are safe. I would definitely suggest unequipping Kid right now. You know, give her base equipment or whatever, and actually actually remove her elements as well. Unfortunately, I forgot to remove her elements, and then I tried to reset my game and do it. Actually, I saved here though too, which is not a bad idea. I saved, and then unfortunately though, after you kind of cancel out of this menu, that's it, and you won't get another chance to unequip Kid. So again, I actually kind of messed up there, and I wish I would have unequipped her elements as well, but again, unfortunately I did not. So anyways, alright, so we wake up here, and yeah, I'm gonna reset my game. You'll see this, and I'll actually show you guys too where it picks up. It basically just picks up right where this where that last scene started, where Serge is laying in the bed, and you don't get to access the menu. Let's get this game loaded up here. I probably could have just cut most of this stuff out. There we go. Okay. So I cut out the little bit of loading that I had to do there. Basically, you know, like I said, it goes right to this scene right after that. Right after the save. So this is Ma-cha? I don't know. These guys are kind of weird. Oh, looks like I'm gonna stand around for a little bit here too. So Ma-cha is obviously related to Korcha. I think Orcha might be related as well. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I kind of feel like all of the chas are related in some way. I don't know if that's an accent. I don't know what they were going for there, to be honest. I'm sure there's something to it, but it escapes me. Wow, yeah, I really stood around here. I don't know what was the hold up here, but okay. So I had to cut a little bit more footage out there. I stood around for a long time. I must have, I don't know, got up and got food or something. Okay, so wow, she doesn't even let us go upstairs. Oh, I suppose. Okay, so they want you to start this scene right away. That's my bad. So actually, now just thinking about it, I'm not sure. Maybe I could have opened up the menu before I walked outside and unequipped Kid, or at least took off her elements and stuff. So I actually really wish I would have tried that now. Now that I think about it, because I would sure think that she's technically still in your party at that point. But once you step outside, it starts this scene, and you know, I think that's what. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where she's basically removed from your party. Okay, so the patient has been poisoned with hydra venom. Ew. And if we had some hydra humor, we could neutralize the poison. Which, by the way, I hope you saves your game. I don't believe you get a chance to save in between here. But anyways, long story short, we're going to have to make another choice here. Which is going to affect who we can recruit. There's basically one group of 3 characters that we'll get with the one choice, and the other choice is another separate 3 characters. So again, this is kind of a branching point in the game here. Alright, so chances of finding hydra humor are bleak. Obviously, it's in the hydra marshes. I need to be alone for a while. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna do? I don't know. What are you looking at me for? Okay. Yes. So here's Harl again. And I actually really like I like her because she basically insults everybody that she runs into other than Surge. I don't know. At least it seems that way. No business with the chicken hawk. Okay, wow. Not gonna cut ya. Okay. Okay. So if it wasn't obvious, there's something that's a bit off with Harl. I mean, she literally did just disappear and reappear. Okay, yeah. So there you have it. Are all of your friends like that? Yes, every single one of them. Okay, so she gives you the astral amulet and basically gives you a hint as to what you need to do. Alright, so there are no more hydras in this world. There's no way to get to the mainland. Okay, we've got all kinds of problems. Okay, so here's your choice. And as God, as wrong as it feels so bad to choose, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do and there's no way to save her. It's horrible, but So that's, like I said, so that's the one choice that you can make here. Otherwise, if you pick, we'll find a way to save her. That recruits a set of 3 characters, and obviously the converse of that is another 3 characters if you decide not to save her. So I'm choosing the don't save her route, or I don't know what to do. I guess it's not technically, I don't want to save her. It's not that. It's just I don't know what to do. I think that's his dialogue option there. But oh god, Poshel. We really don't have much to choose from here as far as party members, but that's okay. So anyways, like I said, so I'm going with this route. The other route is very different. There's a lot of events that you'll be able to do, and actually, I almost kind of feel like this is the shortcut because there's a lot of stuff that you don't have to do by going this route. Now, if you do choose to save kid, let's see here. I'm gonna take a quick look here and make sure we get I get the right set of characters for you. Because like I said, there's a group of 3. Okay, so if you decide to save kid, you recruit Korcha, Razli, and Mel. I believe Korcha joins you right away. Razli joins you kind of in the middle. And then Mel will join you, gosh, I think it's actually really late in the game. And then if you don't decide to save kid, you'll recruit Matcha, Glenn, and Doc. And that's actually the biggest reason why I choose the don't save her or whatever, or basically I don't know what to do option. And that's to get Glenn. I actually really like Glenn. I know a lot of people think he's overrated, and maybe for some reasons he is, but I wanted to recruit him as as early as possible. So again, that's kind of why I went this route. Now, if there's somebody that you like, more or whatever from one of the lists, or if you have a favorite character between the 2 lists, then go that route. The other cool thing, about this game is eventually there is the New Game Plus option, and you'll be able to basically recruit everybody. I believe it takes 3 3 total playthroughs to recruit everybody, but you can. So, I guess again, keep that in mind if you really like playing the game and you decide you want to get everybody, then again, just keep that in mind and just know that you will be able to get everybody eventually. So anyways, let's I'm just getting everybody equipped up here. Poshel, I don't know how long actually she's going to be in this group, so to be honest, this was kind of a waste of time. I really didn't need to go out of my way to equip her and whatnot. Again, she's not... I don't even know if I end up doing any battles with her, so we'll see here. Anyways, this being that we actually, at the end of... I think it was... Right? It was the end of the last... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was technically this video still. But after the Lynx battle, we got another star, so keep that in mind if you... need to go out and do a little bit of random encounters. You can go take care of that right now. I'm gonna cruise around here in what is this place? Guldov, I think that's the name of this town. I kind of forget now. But anyways, there's a vendor here. This one, only has the copper items. And obviously, I have already made basically everything that I need for the time being. So, unfortunately, this shop is not gonna really do me any good. But all right, got all kinds of. Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I thought this was all unequipped stuff. I was like, wow, I have an unequipped Dragoon's Honor and Dragoon Gauntlet, and that's not the case. This is literally just an entire list of what you've got. And I was looking to see if there was anything that was worthwhile to dismantle, and there really isn't. At least not for the time being. None of the items I have really would offer me anything. Maybe other than the Profiteer purse, but those are unique. There isn't any other way to get those in the game, so I tend to just hang on to them. And they would give me such a small boost, I guess, right now that I really didn't feel like it was worth it. Alright, so this is an element trader, I believe. Gosh, what do they do here? I think they trade your unused materials for elements. So it's actually somewhat useful. I don't know if I ended up trading for anything, but anyways, you're gonna want to talk to her, or him. I don't know what this thing is actually. I guess person. You want to talk to this person at least once because that's gonna get you one of Skelly's parts. I actually missed what that was, but yeah. So eventually, you know, we'll want to put him all back together. So. Alright, anyways. Alright, so we're going to want to head up this way to the... I think this is to the bar. And that will start a little cutscene. Well, not really cutscene, I'm sorry. I say cutscene a lot, but it's actually just a dialogue. And this guy here, he has got some somewhat useful information here on shiny materials? Basically, when you defeat enemies with summons, which again we don't even have any yet, so we don't really. I guess we don't need to worry about it too much. But later on, once we get the summons, you'll be able to, obviously summon them in battle. And then when you defeat an enemy with a summon, they won't drop what they would normally drop. They'll drop special items called shiny materials, depending on the summon that you used to to make that kill shot. And it does have to be a kill shot though, so keep that in mind. Again, that kind of stuff will be I guess more, or this information will be more useful later. We really won't need to worry about that for quite some time. But anyways, long story short, that stuff, the shiny materials is actually used to make the best items in the game, so that will be important eventually. But anyways, we've got the little dialogue there between Orla and Doc. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say it's cheesy or not, but obviously Doc is feeling down in the dumps because he can't do anything to save Kid right now. Alright, so Chief Diria, I think that's her name, Diria, is in prayer. Sounds like we gotta come back later. Okay. Cool. Good to know, buddy. Okay, so here's another element vendor. I believe this is... Nope, this is not the one I was thinking of. Okay, so she doesn't have... She's got some alright stuff. These are what? Tier 1 and Tier 2s. Well, not all of the color. It looks like she was missing some red and blue elements there, but... anyways, if you need to pick up a couple of elements there, go right ahead. She does have the Tier 1 black element there, the gravity blow, and I think it was it Hell Soul was the Tier 2. So if you want to grab those, go right ahead. I'm not a real big fan of Hell Soul. That element is not very useful to me. I believe it's got like a chance to instantly kill, but if it fails, it doesn't do any damage. So to be honest, I really don't like it, and it's not going to work on a lot of enemies. Especially, I don't think it works on any bosses. I could be wrong on that, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's it should. I guess. But anyway, so there's actually a hidden room here behind Korcha's, and that's got is that the feathery dress? To be honest, this thing is not that great. It's got, I think it gives you a little bit of a boost to, what was that, evasion? And I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan, I guess. it's not a bad item, and you know, but I typically tend to go with armor that's got better defense and not necessarily evasion. But anyways, all right. So Korcha, we need to talk to Korcha here about his boat. Yeah, just tell him you need to borrow his boat. And he's like, no, I don't think so. He says, basically, you're a dirtbag for not, you know, saving your friend. And here, Matcha is going to set him straight. The scene is kind of funny, and how annoyed would you be if you were Korcha here? Basically, his mom Marston's like, hey, what's the deal? You're not going to borrow him your boat? What's up with that? And then he's like, well, you know, they won't even go save their friend. And then Matcha's like, well, yeah, but he's just saying he doesn't really know what to do. Not necessarily that he doesn't want to save the friend, but he doesn't know what to. So, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Kind of funny. All right. So Korcha doesn't have a real good answer as to what we should do to save Kid either, so he kind of admits that maybe he was wrong. Don't be such a miser. You can loan him a boat or two. So I'm not sure here what Mel's relationship is to these three. I guess if I really wanted to, I could look it up and find that answer. So it's either Matcha's daughter, which would be then Korcha's sister. I guess I'm just gonna assume that's their relationship, but I guess I would have thought that she would have been they would have then added Cha to the end of her name. You know, she would have been like a Melcha. Maybe not. I don't know. That's my thought anyway. All right, so here we get the Tropical Paradise frame from Matcha, which is kind of a cool frame. You know, I'm a fan of the default frame, so I'm not gonna end up changing it, but it's not a bad frame. It looks nice. It's a nice looking frame. This little kid will actually let you ride that little, I don't know, tightrope type thingamajig. If you want to, but I'm going to pass. I think he actually charges you some money. It's not much. But I just decided to run down instead. And at this point, actually, I would suggest running back. You don't want to go down to the boat quite yet. We want to make a stop in at the bar again. I believe it was anyway. And actually, yeah, we're gonna go speak to the chief first. Yeah, yep. All right. So we're finally now able to get in and speak to her. She's got some interesting dialogue as far as you know, the dragon shrine and kind of what the I think she's got a little bit of information about the dragons and possibly the dragon tier. Either that or it was the frozen flame. I'm not sure. I guess we're about to find out. If I'd get a move on here with the dialogue, that is. There's an odd wind that's whirling about. Okay. Apparently we bring some wind with us. May have just passed a little gas. I'm not sure. I mean, Poshal's, I don't know what Poshal's been eating, but that could be it. Just saying. Okay. Wait, so that was it? These people are no help. Alright. I think this is this Stina? I actually forget her name. How embarrassing. Okay, key to activating is the dragon tier. Ah, yeah, so they do talk a little bit about the dragon tier. Yeah, that is, okay, it's Stina, all right. So the dragon tier was, what was it, stolen? People have been searching, but there's no trace. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, a little bit of information about the dragon gods, obviously a little bit about the dragon tier, so on and so forth. That stuff is going to be, I don't know, come into play, I guess, a little bit more later. But at this point, like I said, we're going to actually want to head down into the bar one more time. There should now be an NPC here. Yep, there he is. So there's a little dwarf down here. And if you, regardless of what path you choose, you know, whether you decided to try to find a way to save Kid or not, you'll definitely want to speak to this dwarf. He'll give you the green tinkler. I think you actually have to speak to him twice though, so make sure you don't just speak to him once and you know, take off. There you go. Okay. So he says go up to a plant and ring it. And that's actually how you progress farther on in the Hydra Marshes. If you don't have that, you will not be able to get through there. So again, make sure you grab that before you take off, regardless of which path you decided to take. And then, I guess if you're going to, or if you chose the save Kid path, you need to basically take the boat to the mainland, and then make your way to Opasa Beach, and then cross over. And then once you're in Homeworld, head into the Hydra Marshes and kind of make your way through the Hydra Marshes. I believe you recruit Rasley in there, and then you actually will get the Hydra Humor, and then cross back over and bring the Hydra Humor here, and then I believe Doc will restore Kid. I'm not sure if you get her back in your party right then and there. I actually don't remember. It's been quite a while since I've actually done that. So, but anyways, and then the paths kind of converge again at that point, and then you actually kind of end up, you know, going, picking up the same or traveling the same path once again, which is kind of where we'll be at here after this little point here in Termina. Basically, when we're in Termina here, Macha will permanently, I believe, loan us this boat, and then we'll actually meet up with Glenn here at the entrance of Termina, and then Glenn will actually come back over here and basically ask if we'll travel with him to Fort Dragonia, and obviously you'll want to say yes. And that's going to recruit him. So then basically after that point, that's where the paths converge again. So that's kind of why I said this is like a shortcut, if you will, because there's just a lot, you know, that you won't have to do. Basically you won't have to go through the Hydra Marshes, and there's a couple of bosses in there that you don't have to fight. So kind of interesting, and you know, I think a really cool way to, you know, show you actually the different ways that you can, you know, or different paths that you can take in the game, and I think it kind of fits in really well with the overall theme of, you know, different paths and how things are different in one world as opposed to the other. So, anyways, like I said here, we're gonna talk a little bit about, or this Glenn is having a conversation here with the flower vendor, and you know, basically saying that. You know, you kind of have to make a choice. You either, you know, do as you're told, or, you know, seek out the truth, which is, you know, kind of the promise that he made to Riddle at the beginning, or of the first time we ran across him. So, anyways, I have to cut this commentary here. We are coming up right at the end of this guide, so I'm gonna go out here and I think I save. And all right, anyway, I'm gonna cut it here. So hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more. All right, thanks for watching.